What is Gucci Kani Eaters? My name is Push, aka the creative queer, the masculine, cotton eating queen, kumgani gazi, drip magas with fit, a captain of cool, a grill guy. And welcome back to yet another video, man. Another week, another video. Yeah, man, I'm back at it with consistency. I'm back at it with another video. I hope you guys are good. Sometimes, you know, I feel like I sometimes like rush through the intro, and I don't know, I don't like ease into it sometimes. When I'm editing, I regret it. I'm like, okay. So I just want to ease into today's video by saying, firstly, thank you for watching some of the vlogs that I posted. I actually do. Let me take off my girls also because they're take it with the girls. Yeah, man, I've been posting some vlogs, and I don't know, sometime this year or whenever it was, I had convinced myself that I don't really like vlogs. Okay, I think I might need to adjust the light. The sun is setting. Just give me a moment. Yeah, man, I don't know. Sometime during the year, this year, I think I had convinced myself that, you know, I don't like vlogging, and I don't know if what I'm doing is vlogging. But like, I have really enjoyed editing the last two vlogs I gave you guys. I really enjoy my editing style, and I hope you guys do too. It's very comical, it's very fun. I'm always just trying to tell a story, and creating those two vlogs in particular reminds me of a time when I used to just vlog before vlogging was a thing. I remember I had Nokia, but it had the whole keypad in it, and I remember like just taking videos, just random videos where I'm talking to the camera as though somebody else is gonna watch it. So I really enjoy vlogging before vlogging was a thing. So doing those two vlogs, I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too, and if you haven't watched those two videos, I'll put the iCard somewhere here so that you can check those out. But what an incredible year end I've had with my friends, and yeah, man, go check that out. But besides that, I hope you guys are having a lovely close to your year. I know it's Christmas time right now, and you know, people are going home. Some queer people don't have families who are accepting of them. So you guys are in my thoughts. I think during this time, I'm very privileged to be somebody that can say, you know, I'm excited to go home. And I go home and I don't have to go home now and wear a wig or like go home and pretend to be feminine presenting. I literally am accepted the way in the year. I will be keeping the content coming. If anything, I'm even trying to, you know, think about some Vlogmas content as well. If you guys would like to see some Vlogmas, you know, vlogs and things that I do when I go back home, you do tell me in the comment section if you would be interested in seeing that. But yeah, man, that's me. But today, actually, I wanted to think about what I want to talk about around this time of the year. There were a couple of ideas I was playing around with, but today we're going to be talking mask to mask, bro code. I've seen this, call it a trend on Twitter, where people are like mask to mask, or first daughter to first daughter, you know, woman to woman, basically. Like, let's chat, you know, without everybody else you know, in the room. Let's have just a you and me conversation. So today I'm talking to the masks. If you're a femme and you're watching this, please show it to your mask friend, your mask girlfriend, your mask somebody. I want the femmes to chill a bit, take a chill pill. I'm talking to the mask today especially. So mask to mask, these are some of the things I wanted to have a chat about. Let's roll the bumper. What's up, man? All right, first up, mask to mask. I wrote them down on my phone, so that's why I'm going to be looking on my phone. Let's have a chat, mask to mask. Okay, the first one is don't let your masculinity hold you back from enjoying things like emotional, sexual vulnerability, princess treatment, you know, the nice, soft things, the more feminine things, the things that are associated with femininity. Like, don't be afraid to lean into, you know, your femininity. And for me, this one, I tweeted this one the other day, but for me, this one, I don't know, man. For me, it's the one that I hold most truest to my heart, and I think this is why I've always called myself the masculine cotton eating queen. Like the the femininity in me, I want that to be acknowledged. I want that to be acknowledged in the people that I date, in the people that I surround myself with. I may be masculine presenting, but I'm feminine as fuck. Okay. So yeah, man. I think just to elaborate a bit on that point, I'm trying to think back to a point where I've been, perhaps in my younger years, where I thought this is what a masculine presenting person should be like, and I focused more on the performance of it more than, being myself. And I think perhaps maybe in my later 20s and now in my early 30s, I'm learning more and more about what vulnerability looks like. Because at first for me it was about knowing what you feel, but you can know what you feel, but do not be able to have the follow through of being vulnerable and expressing what you feel, or not being able to ask for what you want. Asking for what you want is really one of the toughest things to do, and that's the thing with what vulnerability looks like sometimes. And I feel like vulnerability is the catchphrase of 2024, but really asking for what you want in a relationship is the most vulnerable thing that you can do. And as a masculine presenting person in relationships, I've always set my needs aside and have always upheld this need of wanting to be the peacemaker in the relationship. And I guess sometimes that comes from me being the middle child, who wanted, the peace in the house. It comes from just a bunch of, emotional scars and traumas that I had growing up. But asking for what you want is, I think, where it all begins. And you can only know what you want when you are vulnerable with yourself and you are in touch with your own emotions. I think that's the only way you can ask for what you want in a relationship. And I guess being single again for the past year, and also having reflected on my relationships over the past years and how I showed up in each of those relationships, in as much as I thought I was somebody who was self-aware, I was only self-aware to a certain degree. I was self-aware, then self-awareness, you're not moving. I never wanted to transcend beyond the person that I knew I was. I was like, yes, I'm an avoidant. Yes, I'm cold sometimes. That's just how I am. And really, part of true healing is being able to transcend beyond that person and give your inner child the needs, or be the adult that your inner child needed. Speak up for her. What does she need? What does she want? And you can only really locate that vulnerability when you have it with yourself. And when you have it with yourself, you can share it with somebody else. So really, emotional and sexual vulnerability really starts at unpacking all of those things with yourself. So it's all good and well, to be masculine, to be toxic, and you're like, yeah, you that guy. But for me, being the kind of person that I am and that I want to be, that I'm striving to be, I really see how vulnerability has always worked in my favor. In every aspect of my life, I used to view vulnerability as this exchange of power, and almost as this, if I'm vulnerable, then somebody knows my weak point. But I've really come to see it now more as my superpower. Like the fact that I'm able to advocate for myself and to always root for myself and never to self-abandon. That's crazy. Nah, that's crazy. For me, that's a superpower. So I say to all the masks, man, go to therapy, bro. Just work through your stuff. Yeah, man, just don't let masculinity hold you back. I feel like the example that we have of masculinity in society, men are really not the best example of masculinity. They are just not. They are just fucked up. They're just not the people that you'd want to emulate emasculating. So own your masculinity. It is what it is to you and you only. So you don't have to perform and be a certain person because other masks say you're out masking me or whatever the case may be. own your shit, bruh. Like, be accountable, advocate for yourself in relationships. Like, don't neglect your needs. Don't say you're a touch me not because you want to maintain the fact that, yeah, uyibhura nasebhedini because uzivimba izinto ezileke ezinice ezinto nice. Yo, niyaphoswa nina. Niyaphoswa. I'm going to use this thing to point at you guys. Niyaphoswa nina, niyaphoswa. So yeah, man, that's my first lesson. Don't let masculinity and what you've been taught about masculinity hold you back from vulnerability and princess treatment. Oh my God. I've been having this conversation with my friends lately about princess treatment and being the baddie in the relationship and all that stuff. But again, a year of being single, I'm like, I am the baddie in the relationship. I may be attracted to baddies, but a baddie better know that I'm the baddie too. You better treat me like the baddie that I am, you know what I mean? So, princess treatment all the way, nothing less. Absolutely nothing less. So, yeah, that's my first one. Do not let masculinity hold you back. Yandiv? Sure. The second one that I have for you, mask to mask. Let's talk mask to mask. It's not a competition. It will never be a competition. It's just not. And I've said this in my other video where I was addressing studs and the beef among studs. That is not a competition. Whatever it is that you feel, it really is not a competition. And I've actually had to reflect on this. I was having a chat with my friends, and I was telling them about, some of the, the encounters that I have with other masculine people, in social spaces and whatnot. And I was telling them about my frustration with, all of these people that seem to think that, things are a competition. And I've always viewed myself as somebody who's, it's not a competition. But in me reciprocating the beef and being like, yeah, whatever, am participating in this mask on mask beef. So yeah, I've had to kind of let that go a bit because, again, like I'm saying, it's not a competition. So it really isn't a competition. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. If you want to compete with me, I'm going to let you in. Like, do what you gotta do. There's no amount of, I don't know. I just did not end it deep down inside of me, yoba. Why am I fighting with you for a hand? Like, and also I wouldn't want to fight for a hand. I would want a hand to choose me. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a competition. You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna say. Like, it's not a competition, and it'll never be a competition. And not to say that, I'm better than everybody else, and therefore, none of you are, everybody's beneath me, and it's not a competition in that sense. But it really isn't a competition. Like, when you really think about it, it's almost as though we think that we are the only ones who can choose, and femmes cannot choose for themselves as well. It's like, it almost gives off that toxic masculinity. Imagine we in the club brawling over a hand, over a girl. Like, come on. Like, come on, guys. It's not a competition, honestly. And I've had to, like I'm saying, I've had to catch myself in my own tracks with saying that yes, I hold that statement true, but sometimes I think I also am a participant in these politics because, if somebody looks at me a way and feels a way about me and I feel a way about them back, I'm also like, yeah, whatever. I'm also sort of participating in it. And it really isn't a competition, then it shouldn't make me feel away, right? So yeah, man, it's really not a competition. It's all love at the end of the day. No, not really, but it's all love. Like, we're different as people. We're unique in our own way. Like, dog, it ain't never gonna be a competition. That's for sure. Okay, number. It's not a competition. Number 3. I'm not gonna like all of you, and that's okay. Yeah, man. I think again to point number 2, to the fact that it's not a competition in the sense that we're all different, man. I do think we're all different. We have different values. Most importantly, we value different things in life. Some masculine presenting people value money. Some value beauty. Some value social status. Some value we just different people with different values, and sometimes we're just gonna clash. Like, we don't all have to be bros. I think more to the point that I had said in another video where I was like, actually, why do we have to be friends? Why do we? Yes, I understand that there is a fundamental beef at the end of the day, but in the same time and in the same breath, we really don't have to be friends. And I really am not gonna like all of you. And a lot of the people that I typically don't like when it comes to masculine presenting women is people who just have like toxic masculinity, who have like internalized the world of a man, and they carry themselves as though they are a man and want to enjoy the social benefits of being a man when they're not a man, in fact. So those are the kind of masculine presenting women that I don't like, and I will probably never ever befriend. And in fact, I don't even think our paths will ever even cross. I don't even think that they watch this kind of a channel if they like that. Unless by and keep your enemies close. So yeah. Yeah, man, I just like I don't we don't have to always get along, but we do have to respect each other. That's the takeaway from this. Like, we don't have to get along all the time, but let's respect each other. Like, let's not treat each other with disrespect. Like, yeah, let's not get petty. You know what I'm saying? Let's be women and be civilized about this sometimes, My fourth one is, being toxic is cute in your 20s, but it's not cute in your late 20s and in your 30s. Like, I don't know. Based on the kind of person that I want to be and based on my values, I don't see myself carrying myself with like a level of toxicity that makes me look like this bad boy in the streets. I don't give a fuck about women and nah. Being toxic is a cute look. It gives you a bad boy look or whatever the case may be, like you nonchalant and whatnot, but it's not a cute look. Like, again, more towards my first point, that heal, bruh. Like, really, really do the work. Do the work in your 20s. Like, understand, how did you get to this place? How did you come into existence? Why are you queer? Why you present the way you do? What are your tropes? You don't get lando, man. Just do it. Do the work in your 20s, man. But like in your 30s, you still toxic? Are you? Be fucking for real right now. Like, be fucking for real. Like, I don't know, man. Adults that are just, and I guess we all come to our healing at different journeys, at different times, and I can empathize with that. But like, damn, man, I just don't want to be that old queer lesbian who's toxic, dog. Like, that's just lame. That's just lame to me. I don't know what you guys tell me in the comment section. Am I being too judgmental? Or is it like, you can be toxic forever? I'm 90. It cut off yako. Is your 29th birthday. Maybe you about toxic after that. Otherwise, then, like, bro, grow the fuck up. Like, cooler, man. Kuteni ngakwazi cooler wena as umtu. Like, tenu stuck in the same place. Tenu ngazibona ba wrong sometimes in relationships. Tenu ngakwazi self-reflector. Yeah, just ask yourself those questions. My next one is, number 5 is, you don't have to fuck every woman that you're attracted to. To be young. And I guess this also comes from masculinity as well. That idea that, yeah, you've got this masculine energy, and you know how, men are raised to be these animals who are uncontrollable, and you have to always give in to your every urge and whatnot. you really do not have to fuck with every woman that you are attracted to. Self-control is a thing, guys. Especially, and I will always bring this back to the kind of woman that I want to be. And I mean, if you're watching this channel, you and I relate on some level, you know. There's something that resonates that makes you want to watch this channel. So for me, that thing is like, it's just not possible. And you know, just leaning into your every single desire, nah, that's not the kind of woman that I want to be. I want to be a bad bitch that knows that ndiyafuna qha bazondifumana. Even bayandifuna qha bazondifumana. For me, that's the hot thing. That's the sexy thing. Even in other feminine women, I enjoy and I like that idea. Which she's so bad that everybody talks about fucking her, but nobody has ever fucked her. You know what I mean? Like, or you just move with this this and this, I don't know what it is, but like you just move untouchable, you know, like unalanba yaba and funa, they want to be with me, they want to be me, but they ain't never gonna get me. That's a bad bitch for sure. And that's the kind of bad bitch I want to fuck with, you know? Somebody who's just sure of themselves that, you know, they don't have to pass it all around to gain any sort of societal validation, which they are attractive, or, you know, their sex game is good, or whatever the case may be. Like, they just sure of themselves and in themselves, you know what I'm saying? They just walk around like, I'm attracted to that. And I think that's the kind of person that I am, and I want to be I think that's the kind of person that I am. And just mask to mask, man. Just don't be that mask that every motherfucking femme has a sex story about you. Like, that's just hoe behavior, okay? You're a hoe. And it is a safe space where we can just talk. And that, bro, like, just... Unemi is why yes, but like also about kababonge, and there's absolutely no need to fuck every single woman that you are attracted to. Like, some things are just don't do it, dog. Just don't do it just to say you did it. You know what I mean? My last one, this one, and I speak to myself more especially. Let's get but. I need you to close the door. I need you to sit up straight. I need you to turn up the volume of this video. I need you to take a deep breath and say it with me. Probably won't be able to know what I'm going to say, but take a deep breath and let's let go of our exes. Must buy again, guys. Must buy again. Must buy again. Must buy again. Must buy again. Masivale lo fridge. Masivale ayina nyama lo fridge. Phuma klo shower akho manzi. Vala lo cupboard. Akho pistock. Must buy again. Must buy again. But yeah, man, on a serious note, like, I'm not gonna lie, I've always kind of looked at people who hung over their exes like, bitch, what's wrong with you? Like, maninza mangaza and that kind of a thing. But I think over the past year, you know, being single and having a lot of time to myself and like reflecting on the versions of myself that I've been in my previous relationships, and just reminiscing on old times, you know, and wanting to replay certain things, wanting second chances at certain things, and just going through the ebbs and flows, I guess, of healing from a relationship. I've really come to face with myself and face to face with the woman that just wants her ex back. Like, bruh, I look at myself, I'm like, bruh, ulapa dog, are you serious? Even my friends are like, unshackle yourself. And really, 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 when I think about it, and perhaps you guys will relate in the comment section, a part of it, and I don't want to generalize and say this is what you guys are going through, but a part of it I think is as masculine energies, maybe we tend to be avoidant in nature, and that's usually the nature of men. But I don't want to say that completely, because some, masculine presenting people could be anxiously attached. I don't know. You can't hold me to this, but the avoidant energy and the masculine energy tends to not necessarily always live in the present. They always live after the fact, or they only realize emotions zethu realize not in real time. And so after a relationship ends, that's only when olathando lufika khona lisibona yo ndandimthanda lo mntu, oh my God. And it all comes back to you like a ton of bricks, and now you're there, now you're ready to love this person and you want them back. Whereas in like the reality of it all is just you're not there. That time has come and it is gone. Like your opportunity to love this person the way that they wanted them to love you, it's gone, and that opportunity will never be there. And I think it goes back to being vulnerable and being able to ask for what you want in relationships and living your emotions in real time. Once you're able to do that, you are able to live your emotions in real time, and therefore show up in relationships in real time, so that when you are done with a relationship, you are really done. You're not going to go back, for whatever reason it may be. So I've had to kind of sit most of this year and reflect on why it is that I'm hung over a baby girl, and I'm just like not getting over it. And I do think, and when I reflect about it, it's more of, it's not that it's like I love the person that I was when I was with that person. Like I really, really enjoyed the version of myself that existed around that person, and how I enjoyed so I want to be that person again, and I crave that. So yeah, man, I really, really challenge each and every one of you to kind of reflect and think about, because trust me, I don't think it's about, I don't think it's about what we think it is about. It's not about utando, really. I don't think it's about that. I don't think it's about that, because I do think utando doesn't have to be so complicated. You don't have to go back to your ex 10 times for it to be real love. And like love is easy. Like it's let's be together. It's not a matter of one time 2016 but break up because it literally does not have to be complicated. And that's what I've been having to tell myself and live through. And like love doesn't have to be this complicated love story, dog. Like at least for me, like I just want somebody that's gonna choose me and I choose them. It's like random, do I'm like it's gonna be a little complicated. So really, all that to say that I empathize with you guys. Exes like valid, felt like I feel you guys, like Janiva, bro to bro, kazi to kazi. But at the end of the day, like, man, like just reflect on the true intentions of why you want this person. Because when you really think about it, when you really think about it, it's like, nah, we can't go back to where we were. We can't go back to the place we were. Like it just will never be the same. Like it will never be the same. And that's not my love story. I don't want it to be that complicated. I want somebody to meet me where I am. I want them to love me at the same time that I love them. I don't want it's complicated. So let's learn to just let go of our exes. And femmes, nani sondelan, tanbiz sondelan. We're not going back to nothing. We're not going back to ourselves. I know the demographics the statistics of masculine presenting women. Most of the masks date the femmes. So we're not going back to masks. We're going back to femmes. So none any part of the problem. Let us go. Stop breadcrumbing us and giving us these ideas about, hey, we're going to get back together. Hey, giving us a temper and a hope, because that is also part of the problem, because you also kind of have the door open. Nah, I just think about it. So I really think that we should let go of our exes. And I say this more to myself. And I'm going to watch this video in 2025 when I want to go back to my ex, and I'm going to remember that I made this commitment on international YouTube that and I'm sticking to it. So I'm saying goodbye to my ex. Hello to my next. Watch I rasta. So I'm gonna live true by that. And yeah, man. Yeah, no more, none of that in 2025 for sure. None of that. But yeah, let's let go of our exes. Let's build connections with new people. Love does not have to be complicated. You don't have to prove anything to your ex. I know it's a sense of validation, but we are kufuna again or whatever the case may be. But must buy again. Must buy again. Yeah, man. Those are my 6 mask to mask, bro to bro chats that I wanted to have with you guys. In the comment section, tell me what else would you like us to have a real ass conversation about. Mask to mask in the comment section. Tell me something that I may have left out and I didn't think about. Yeah, man, those are my 6. I don't know what you guys think about them. Tell me in the comment section. Let's chat in the comment section. But until then, I'm gonna see you in the next video. I'm going home soon. I'm excited. I'm gonna be showing you some of those vlogs. Sana is like, I'm gonna show you some of those vlogs. It's gonna be a nice time, man. It's gonna be nice. I'm looking forward to this December. I'm looking forward to this summer. Sibahle, summer pods, sichimile. Yeah. It's gonna be a city summer. If you see me in the streets, you're welcome. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Otherwise, peace in the Middle. Peace in the Middle East.